Good morning. Bob Rapp here, co-founder of the aigovops Foundation. It is Sunday, April 19th at 10:47 a.m. And we published a preview of an open source project from the aigovops Foundation. Ken and I have been working on it now for a few months. And I just wanted to take you through what it is. We published it on Lovable. It's also an open source project. If you look at our Circle site, come to the membership site. This is free and open. We do reserve the right to the intellectual property. We want to share it with the community, and we'll talk more about that. So we have been thinking a lot about the problem of how to ship policy as code, and we believe that agents can review, humans can decide, and then math can prove attestation. So we're going to be signing attestations, apply that to AI governance. We're going to use a model council, chartered humans in the loop. And I'm going to start with just a quick demo that talks about what you actually might see here. So if you look at kind of what the process is, we've got the ability, and you can come look at the site yourself. You can start an intake. You can watch a demo. You can, of course, donate to the foundation. So Ken and I and others are doing this out of love to make AI better for humanity. But here's what you do. You request the path. What are you auditing? Request the audit. So you're going to share your policy file. The council is going to go through, and the council will have different roles. Then there's going to be human attestation. Then you're going to get a certification. Then you're going to get a verifiable cert. That's really the process. So if you were going to say, I'm going to try to ship a model that doesn't do patient harm, we just try this as a demo user, or not sure why this isn't working, but of course, anytime you're in the middle of a demo, that's going to happen. Maybe we'll just watch the 90-second demo here. So this is someone who is trying to figure out what the risk is. This is going to be the patient harm from insurance. You're going to submit this to one of the agents. So Ken and I are the first agents. Then you're going to submit a YAML file. So your developers will add this as part of their AI development process. The specialists or agents are going to review. We're going to say, oops, we had some issues statistically here. And then Florence is going to hand this off to another agent, going to suggest some regulations that you need to be in line with. That handoff is then going to go to accountability. Then that is going to give you a level of certification, which is human in the loop. You're going to have to go do something about that. And then I or Ken will co-sign. And obviously, we're going to have partners in the community do this. You could actually run your own audit here. I'm actually going to not try that again because it looks like the log isn't working, but that's cool. Some things I wanted to show you is we actually have the agents working. We have notions of an OSS verifier and attestation feed. So if you go to the developer location, that's probably the best place to go if you want to learn more about this, because we built this for people shipping policies code. So how do you verify? It's audit log integrity, PDF integrity, acre presence. You can actually try it on a browser. You can use the code. This is all part of the open source community. And we're working with some cool open source communities. We'll talk about that at May 7th. Here's the feed of what's going on the endpoint. Here's the docs. By the way, the docs are really worth paying attention to, because as you go further down, we've got the spec, we have the risk scenarios, we have what a canary manifest might look like, what our vocabulary is. By the way, the vocabulary might be the most important thing on the site, because we're building these frameworks. If you think about ISO 9000, ISO 9001, this is the kind of thing we're talking about. So how do we set up this as a community? By the way, we're a nonprofit. We want everybody to succeed and ship good AI. How do we think about this versus other standards? How do we think about proposed standards? How do we think about what the audit process should be, which is attestation, determination, independence, RACI, conflict of interest, all these kinds of things. So come ready to talk about this. And if you haven't been to the AI GovOps site, here's our foundation. Come join us. We do have an events page here, and the events page tells you what we have as upcoming events. We have a meetup at AI House, that will be on actually May 7th, right here. And that is going to start with some folks from a very cool Craig Unger startup. Very cool folks there. So anyway, thanks everybody. Appreciate your work, and let's ship good AI.